Would you like to know the secret to writing a book? I'm going to share that with you today. I promised you the secret to writing a book. But first, let me lay out my case and then give you the secret so that you know why it's going to work. I want to begin with a few definitions. What is the difference between a book, a manuscript, and a draft? Well, a book is the final product. It's that thing that you hold in your hands at the end of writing. It's the goal. It's why you do this. You want one of these to be able to put in people's hands, to be able to say, I think this might help you, to share your story, to thrill them, to entertain them. Whatever your reason is for writing a book, this is the final product. The manuscript is what you are editing and polishing and working on and developing to become the book. And the draft is where you are getting all your thoughts and ideas out into your document. Your draft is going to be messy, it's going to be informal, and it's probably going to have holes in it. That's fine, but it's a necessary place to begin, and it's the most important place to begin. That's what we're going to be doing over the next 100 days. We're going to get that draft from an idea in your head out into a document that you can polish and edit and publish and then say, I have something that I think is of value to the world. It may be that your writing project is something more like you want to do blogs, where the project is a website, but the blogs are short posts. That'll work too. You can use this method for that. You may be working on a thesis or a dissertation or some other long writing project. Well, this will help you with that too. Any big project that you need to break down into smaller pieces is going to work great with the right method. So, what exactly is the length of a manuscript? Well, that varies tremendously depending on the genre that you're writing, depending on your writing style, depending on expectations of a publisher if you have one. It can vary pretty widely from 30,000 words to 120,000 words. But to keep the math easy, and because it's kind of right in the middle, we're going to use the number 50,000 words. Now, just understand, yours may be a little bit different. When I wrote academic text, they were 70,000 words. When I self-published a wellness book, it was closer to 30,000 words. So yours is going to vary a lot, but we're going to use that 50,000 word goal for this write method. That makes the math easy because if we break it down over 100 days, that's only 500 words a day. And that brings me to the secret. If you want to write a book, you need to write 500 words a day for 100 days to get a 50,000 word manuscript. That's doable, right? We often blow these big projects up and we think they're so daunting and when am I going to find time to do that? But couldn't you find just 30 minutes each day to work towards your dream, to work toward that book that might make a difference in the world? The average person types about 40 words a minute. And what that means, using more math, is that in about 12 and a half minutes, you could, if you're the average person, type 500 words. Now, the reality is that we often pause in our typing as we're thinking and putting our ideas together. And it may be that you're a little slower typer. It may be that you have a little more to say. So what we're going to do is we're going to double that and then round it up to 30 minutes a day. So in 30 minutes a day, almost everyone can write 500 words. Now, your particular writing method might include things like dictation, which would be even faster. What that means is maybe it takes you less than 30 minutes, or maybe you write more than 500 words. You'll do that on some days, especially as you get into the process and you're having fun with how it's going. You'll write a little more. That's great. But what we're shooting for is a commitment to write 500 words every day for the next 100 days. At the end of that, you will have 50,000 words. Now, some of you may have heard of NaNoWriMo, the National Novel Writing Month, which is in November every year. It's exciting, it's fun, it's a big challenge to do, but it's hard to complete because it requires writing something like 2,500 words a day, whatever the number is. It's a lot more and it takes a lot longer, which will work just fine for a few days. But at some point, life gets busy. And that's who this channel's for, those busy people who have full-time jobs, who have children, who maybe are taking care of aging parents. We don't have time to spend 3 or 4 hours a day working on writing, even if it is the dream. But we can spend 30 minutes. Think about the things that take you 30 minutes to do. You could stream a program in 30 minutes. What if, instead of 3 programs in the evening, you only stream 2 and you write for 30 of those minutes? You still get to enjoy what you like doing. You get to watch your favorite show, but you're also making progress toward the dream of writing a book. Could you do that? What about if you're one of those people that wakes up and scrolls social media in the mornings? That's fine. Enjoy scrolling social media. Enjoy posting and doing what you usually do on it. But what if you took only 30 minutes of that time? And I'm guessing if you're a scroller, you've spent more than 30 minutes just yesterday scrolling. What if you just took 30 minutes of the mindless scrolling time and instead of doing that, you opted to write your book? And once you've written, go scroll, enjoy. Maybe there's something else that you do that takes about 30 minutes or that you spend more like 2 hours doing. What if you could just take 30 minutes of that time, do the writing, and then go enjoy whatever those things are without any guilt? My favorite is playing games on my phone. I enjoy it. I listen to audiobooks while I do that. It keeps me alert enough to pay attention to the audio, but not so alert that when I'm tired, it demands a lot of me. But I can spend hours doing that. Instead, what if you just take 30 minutes of that time, write, and then go play your games? No guilt, no pressure, no feeling bad about yourself. You do the things that you enjoy doing. You do the things that help you relax, but you're also taking one step forward, 500 words closer to finishing that draft. Wouldn't that be exciting? Doesn't that sound like fun? If you like writing, I do. I think it sounds like great fun. That's the secret. Do what you love to do. Just carve out 30 minutes at some point during your day and write 500 words. Will you commit with me to write 500 words a day for the next 100 days? And if you're not there yet, that's okay too. No guilt, no pressure. Sit back, relax, enjoy watching these videos, and just think about it for a little while. I think maybe by the end I'll convince you, but if not, that's okay too. You'll have all the knowledge, and when the time is right, when your season is right for writing your book, you'll know what to do. If you find checklists motivating, I've got a free download where you can check off each day for the next 100 days. It's on my website, and the link is in the description below. It's there and ready for you to check off your first writing day tomorrow. But you don't have to wait until tomorrow. You can go write 500 words right now if you want. Better yet, time yourself and see how long it takes you to write 500 words. Test it, see if I'm right. Maybe it takes you a little bit longer. Maybe it takes you a lot less. Either way, I'll see you in the next one.